Hello, I am Luna, and on our imaginary couch we have Skewb,
Hello, I'm Skewb.
and this is Tag the Power of Paint, the game that inspired the gel mechanics in Portal. Well, Portal 2. The game devs of this game were hired to make Portal 2, I think mainly to implement these same mechanics, but they are super interesting both in Portal 2 and in this, even though they behave slightly differently in the two games. For example, the green paint in this is more like pressing a jump button than how it is in Portal 2. Like in Portal 2, if you fall from a really high object or like, just a very high place onto the bouncy paint, then you actually get bounced equally as high back up. But in this game, it's just like the same as if you hit the floor first and bounce back up. So it doesn't allow for quite the same insane bounces you get in Portal 2. However, there are some other very interesting, weird mechanics with this game, because this game still has the blue paint, which I can't remember what the colors are in Portal 2. I think blue might actually be the bounce one in Portal 2, but in this game, didn't quite make the strat. In this game, the blue paint allows you to stick to walls. I did actually get the cool swag backup route, but yeah,
that was pretty good.
The strat there that I missed, it used to just be an IL strat, like no one really used it in runs, but me and I think one other runner at the moment are using that in runs now. It's very hard. It uses like weird physics mechanics with bouncing at angles on slopes, basically, in this game that makes you go way higher than you should. I think it could even use the janky collisions in this game, which you'll see here in this trick. So here, you'll see I bounce.
Nice. Okay.
Well, I made it over. I didn't do that in the last attempt. Basically there, I didn't quite make the even better strat, but if you hit that fence at the right angle, you can bounce even higher over on that like platform that I got to, and you'll skip the elevator entirely, and it saves like, I can't remember, it saves like 1 second or something. It's a pretty minor time save, but it does look pretty cool when you get it. But you'll still see the same thing here, hopefully, if I get this strat. Just fences in general in this game are very weird. Oh,
So
I will reset. I want to get this. Fences in this game have very weird collision. If you bounce at the corner of them when you're going fast enough, you get flung like so high up into the air. It's because like, instead of the collision, like, not really sure how to describe it. Instead of the collision working in most games, like how you'll hit something and you'll only keep your velocity that's left over after hitting it, you kind of like maintain all your velocity and just bounce like directly up into the air if you hit it at the right angle. So here's that trick.
actually gets it. That's a very hard trick, honestly.
Yeah, that's a pretty difficult barrier to overcome when you're trying to get faster times in this game, because if you don't get that cycle that I got there, it is like very difficult to, get a good time. And here, I jump directly over an invisible wall, which was placed just below the point where you can actually like get over it. I don't know if that was... It almost feels like intentional that they did that, because if you walk perfectly at the corner of that pillar, then you always make it over, and it's very interesting that that's still in the game. But here, you can also just... If you fall just like enough so that you don't fall off the edge, then you can make it right to the last building in this level, instead of going around all the rest of the level. I don't even know how much time that saves. It will probably be over a minute. The rest of the level is incredibly long. But here is one of the hardest tricks in the game. Using this mechanic of bouncing on the walls and pressing the same direction that you're going on that wall, it lets you get way more speed than you're supposed to, and you can make a much faster cycle. Now, I go for a strat there that I've started doing now that not many people do. Usually people will jump, do that speedy strat to get over to the platform early, and then just wait for the platform to move and try and bounce off the wall. But I try and clear the platform entirely until I reach the other side of the platform. And for me, it feels safer. It also kind of looks cooler, so I like doing it. But here is another incredibly hard trick. This last level of the game is very annoying for running because it has a lot of hard tricks in it, especially if you want to get world record. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, so close. If you get that just right, I'm not gonna go for it again because like I would spend hours on that trick. It's a very annoying thing to land, but if you do get that, it saves a significant amount of time. It's like several seconds, which, you know, in this game, several second time saves are pretty good.
Incredibly short runs. And okay, anyway, we're coming up on the New Game Plus part of the run. It is mostly the same run. However, we get to keep all the paint cans right from the start. So most of the levels will be done using a faster route using these paints, or like using the speed paint here, the red paint, to just get between grounds faster. Now, on this level, you saw that you usually have to get rid of the screen paint. However, instead we'll use red paint to get some speed up and reach the top of the level and skip pretty much the entire platform in there. Here we'll do the same trick as we do at the end, but yeah, Luna almost got it. It's just still very hard. It's the exact same trick. You just get to have all the paint cans right from the start. So an interesting mechanic with blue paint, during the animation of sticking to the wall, you can transfer horizontal velocity into vertical velocity, and then fling yourself into the air. So yeah, like in this train level, you usually wait for all the cycles, but we'll do the same exact trick to get up high and skip everything. So no cycles needed. Here again, we go over the invisible wall. Pretty much the same thing. However, another interesting mechanic with blue paint is that you can get the effects of red paint at the same time when you spam them together. So you'd see Luna doing this on this level, and coming up here as well on the same level here. We get to get a bit more speed up the wall and just do the level faster.
Oh, didn't quite get the green pit there.
Almost. So in a moment, Luna will attempt probably the hardest trick in the game by skipping a fence at the start and getting an even earlier cycle on the elevator. And she gets it. Let's go.
Well, that's not quite the cycle yet, but I at least got the first part of it.
Pretty much.
I would probably make it off that, though, at least. There you go. That was a very nice first cycle. Also, I think my live split messed up, but oh well. It went back a split, I think. But yeah, as long as I don't fall off these platforms here, that's the whole game. And I did fall off the platforms.
No.
Well, you'll get to see the last. You get to see the last trick again. This is honestly a pretty common occurrence in my runs. Like, the amount of times that I just relax at the end and then fall directly off the edge of the level. It's actually stupid.
That was the end of the run, basically.
That was basically the end of the run. I wonder what happened with my live split. Oh well. Oh, just about got first cycle again.
Very close, very close.
And fell off again.
Oh.
Third time round.
It's fine.
It's fine. You just get to see this trick a lot. Let's see if I can make it 3 times in a row. This is like, honestly, usually this takes some resets to even get it once. So the fact I've already got it twice in a row is quite crazy.
Yeah. And gets it again.
3rd time in a row.
Alright, basically throwing to flex. Throwing for content.
Well, yeah, that was my swag route of the run. Showing off of that. This time, I'm going to play it safe, because I don't want to do it a 4th time, and I'm going to go on the top platform. So, yeah, time's not exactly accurate, but that was Tag the Power of Feint, Beat the Game, and New Game Plus. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
And thank you, skewb, for commenting New Game Plus. I wouldn't have been able to do that while I was running it. It's extremely hard to focus and commentate
really
at the same time. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you.